Here are the 6 people preparing for today's show. Only one of them can leave with £10,500. The rest will leave with nothing. One voted off as the weakest link. Welcome to the weakest link. Any of the 6 key workers in the studio here today could win up to £10,500. They've only just met, but to reach the prize money they must work as a team. However, 5 of them, sadly, will leave with nothing. As round by round we lose the player voted the weakest link. Let's meet the team. Hello, my name's Ruth and I'm a teacher. Hello, my name's James and I'm an electrician. Hello, my name's Madison and I am a nurse. Hello, my name's Shane and I'm a surgeon. Hi, my name's Joe and I am a store worker. My name's Declan and I'm a bus driver. Okay team, the rules. In each round of the game there's £1,500 to win. The fastest way to win the prize money is to create a chain of 6 correct answers, break the chain, and you lose all the money in the chain. But if you say bank before the question is asked, the money is safe. However, you'll start a new chain from scratch. Remember team, money that has been banked can be moved forward to the next round. Round 1, 2 minutes 10 seconds on the clock. Will start with the person who is first alphabetically, and that is Declan. Declan, where are you? Declan, there we are. So it's Declan. So, and also a quick rule for me, I'm not going to be rude to contestants today, just due to how special this episode is for the key workers of the UK, of the coronavirus. If it's not around in April, hopefully not, it is around in November. Anyhow, Declan, let's play the weakest link. Declan, first question is for £50. Start the clock. Declan, on Thursday, what did the British public do to celebrate key workers? Clap for carers. Correct. Ruth, which series of video games is set in Liberty City, Vice City and San Andreas? Grand Theft Auto? Correct. James, which African-American actor won the Oscar for Best Actor in 2002? A feat that hadn't been achieved since Sidney Poitier won in 1963. Denzel Washington. Correct. Madison, which company acquired Yahoo in 2016 for close to $5 billion? Verizon. Correct. Shane, which artist filled the Tate Modern Turbine Hall with 100 million porcelain sunflower seeds shipped from China? Al Weiwei? Correct. Joe, feline tapeworms can be spread to humans, true or false? It's true. Correct. Declan, bank. Well, luckily, team, you breached and banked your £1,500 target. Well, it's amazing for you all. Those were a tough set of questions, but that's good you've reached your £1,500 target. Now, in the next bit of this round, we have to vote off the weakest link. Who will be the weakest link out of 6 of you? It's time to find out. Let's vote off the weakest link. In this round, Declan is the strongest link. Statistically, Madison is the weakest link. But who will be the weakest link? It's now time to find out. Alright team, voting over, it's time to reveal the weakest link. Shane, Joe, Ruth, James, Madison, Shane. Alrighty. So, Madison, what do you do? I'm a nurse. Lovely. What do you do on your day-to-day job? I care for people with COVID and loads of other stuff, looking after patients, etc., etc. Lovely. It seems like a pressured job for you, is it? Yeah, it is. Alright, and are you desperate for either the £10,500 or the £100? Yes, I am. Now, yeah. Alright. Why, Ruth? I had to choose someone. Everyone did well in this round, and I had to choose someone. Simply that. Alright, thank you. Joe, what do you do? I am a store worker. Alright. So you work how many days? About 6 days a week. 6 days? Well, around 6 days. Going for half a day on Saturday. Alright. Yeah. And how many hours? About 9 hours. Alright. Why Madison? Just the same reason as Madison said. Alright. Well, Shane, sadly, the surgeon, you are the weakest link. Thanks for playing though, but you are the weakest link. Goodbye. I've enjoyed my day at the weakest link. Yeah, I've enjoyed it today. Meeting other key workers. I'm quite glad to be leaving with £100 early. And I'm quite glad with what the weakest link has done today. Now we sadly lost Shane, but before that, we will talk about something. I said earlier that 5 of them will leave with nothing, but actually, all of them will leave with some sort of prize money today. 5 of them will leave with £100, but the winner will leave with £10,500, possibly £10,500. Anyhow, team, round 2, in the bank, £1,500. We're taking 10 seconds off the clock, sadly, and we'll start with our strongest link, who is Declan. So Declan, let's play the weakest link. Declan, let's start the clock. Declan, in which city does the first of the 4 Grand Slam tennis tournaments take place each January? Melbourne. Correct. Ruth, which actor was effectively banned from China after portraying Heinrich Harrier in the 1997 movie 7 Years in Tibet? Brad Pitt. Correct. James, in the TV drama series Poldark, based on the novels by Winston Graham, what is the first name of Ross Poldark's wife? It's Dementia? Dementia. Correct. Madison, which British monarch was on the throne at the time of the American Civil War? Queen Victoria. Correct. Joe, what tops Lake Superior State University 2016 list of banished words? Is it so, manspreading, or vape? So. Correct. Declan, what is the term for natural depression In a land surface formed by the dissolution and collapse of a cavern roof. Sinkhole. Correct. Roof. Bank. And once again, team, you've reached your £1,500 target. What is amazing, team? I think you can get another £1,500 target, possibly. And hopefully, fingers crossed. So please, team, have your fingers crossed so we can get 4,000? No, not 4,000, 5,500. That would be amazing. Anyhow, sadly, we will have to lose another player, so who will be the weakest link? It's time to find out. In this round, Ruth is statistically the strongest link. Statistically, Joe is the weakest link. But who will be the weakest link? It's now time to find out. But now it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link. Madison, Joe, Declan, Ruth. Okay, Ruth, no, not Ruth. We'll go to Joe. Actually, no, we won't go to Joe. James. Hello, James. Hello. So James, what do you do? I'm an electrician. Okay, so an electrician counts as a key worker just to get anything fixed, am I correct? Yep. You are indeed correct. Lovely. So how many hours a day do you work? Well, it's on and off. I can work for as long as I want, can quit if I want, but I don't plan to because I love my job and I love working with the people. Lovely. Yes. Why Joe? I had to choose someone, but had to be Joe. Okay. Declan. Strange job, but it kind of isn't because bus driver is counted as a key worker. Yeah? Yep. And which part of the UK do you work as a bus driver as? It's London, South London. Alright. I guess it's a stressful job. Yeah, it's very stressful. Well, hopefully you're wanting this possibly £10,500. Yeah. Anyhow, why Ruth? Because I had to choose someone. Alright. Well, sadly, Ruth, the 2 votes, you are the weakest link. Goodbye. I'm so happy to be on the weakest link today. I've enjoyed my time having the chance to win, possibly win £10,500. I'm glad that I've gone away with £100, what I think is quite generous for the weakest link, and yeah. Alright team, in the bank, £3,000, what is amazing. Now in this round, there's 1 minute 50 seconds on the clock as Ruth has gone. 10 seconds of course was taken off the clock. We'll start with the second strongest link. Ruth was the strongest link, and that is Madison. So Madison, let's play the weakest link. Madison, let's start the clock. Madison, which signature piece of clothing by Diane von Furchberg celebrated its 40th anniversary in 2014? Pass. Correct answer is wrap dress. Joe, featuring a white cross on a red field, the flag of which country is thought by many to be the oldest national flag still in use? Denmark. Correct. Declan, which British museum wrote a letter to Prince in the 1990s asking for his support in creating a performing arts school in Liverpool? Paul McCartney. Correct. James Bank, which blockbuster crime series from Janet Evannoich features a straight-talking bounty hunter from New Jersey? I forgot. Correct answer is Stephanie Plum. Madison, which photography company's slogan, "You press the button, we do the rest," promoted in early vision of a point-and-shoot camera? Kodak. Correct. Joe Bank. A Brazilian man was arrested for trying to extinguish which iconic symbol on its way to Rio in 2016? Olympic torch? Correct. Declan Bank. Name two. Time is up. Only £200 banked in that round, team. Sad, but we can do more, team. I think in my head that we can do more. So team, let's improve in the next round, hopefully. Let's have our fingers crossed. Anyhow, once again, we have to vote off the weakest link. And who will that be out of Declan, Joe, Madison and James? It's time to vote off the weakest link. Once again, Madison is the weakest link. Statistically, Joe is the strongest link. But who will be the weakest link? It's time to find out. Voting over, it's time to reveal the weakest link. Madison. James. Madison. Madison. Okay, I've spoken to you all. A few questions given for your occupations. And now, reasons why. So, Declan, why Madison? Sadly, just because she wasted our time with that question and she got a question wrong. Indeed, she did. Joe, why Madison? Same reason. Alright. James, why Madison? Of course, the same reason. Okay. Well, Madison, you've been a great player today, and I thank you for playing. But sadly, you are the weakest link. Goodbye. Well, I do agree with the team today that I am the weakest link. I've enjoyed my game today with the team and the Keyworkers. I've enjoyed meeting new Keyworkers today. And I'd like to meet them again. In the bank, £3,200. We're taking another 10 seconds off the clock. Only half of you remain out of the 6, so 3 out of 6. And once again, as I just said, we'll take 10 seconds off the clock. We'll start with our strongest link, who was Joe. So Joe, let's play the weakest link. Joe, let's start the clock. Joe, what's 9 plus 1? 10. Correct. Declan, name 2 of the 3 countries that have territory on the island of Borneo. Can you repeat the question? Name 2 of the 3 countries that have territory on the island of Borneo. Brunei, Indonesia and something. I'll accept. James, which Russian monk, the son of a peasant and a farmer horse thief, was born Grigory Yevmorovich Noviesk. Rasputin. Correct. Joe, bank. What is the name of the mongoose in Kipling's The Jungle Book? What is the name of the mongoose in Kipling's Jungle Book? Pass. Correct answer is Rikki Tikki Tavi. Declan. When the human body are the two most common areas to check for a pulse? Neck and wrist. Correct. James, bank. Time's up. Okay team, you've improved. £250 banked in that round. That's amazing. Now, in the next round, there is 90 seconds on the clock. But what if you win in that round will be trebled. But before that, we must get rid of someone. And that person will get £100. Who will it be? It's time to find out. Have the confidence to vote off the weakest link. In the previous round, Joe was the strongest link, but in this round, she's the weakest link. Statistically, out of James and Declan, James is the strongest link. The question is, who will be the final weakest link? Voting over, it's time to reveal the final weakest link. Joe. Declan. James. Okay, the vote is tied, team. Oops. Sorry for the camera issue there. So the vote is tied and the strongest link has to decide who goes. The strongest link in that round was James. So James, you have the choice of either to stick with your decision or go for Declan. Who are you going to go for and why? Well, I'm off to go. I might change my vote for Declan and I'll save Jo because I think she deserves a place in the final. Okay, and why Declan? It's just a hard choice, but I've had to choose Declan. Okay, sadly Declan, or miserably, you are the weakest link. Thank you for playing though. Goodbye. Well, I'm glad that I got through to this final round. A bit shocked that James kept in Jo. I think James was the weakest link and I think he should have gone, but he couldn't choose himself. And I've enjoyed my time. Alright team, in the bank, £3,450 in this round, 90 seconds on the clock, but whatever you win in this round will be trebled. We'll start with the strongest link and that was James, so James, let's play the weakest link. Alright, let's start the clock. James, a foot race that is longer than 26.2 miles is called a what? Marathon? No, it's called an ultramarathon. Jo, the names of how many countries in Asia have the suffix stan? 4. No, 7. James, on which live televised event in August 2016 did 12-year-old Brazilian rapper MC Sofia steal the show in front of a global audience? London Olympics? No, the Rio Olympics. Joe? Which residence of Jane Seymour, Henry VIII's third wife, gave its name to the best-selling book and a BBC series called Mac Rylance? Pass. Wolf Hall. James. What kind of newspaper format was the Times before the 219-year-old tradition was brought to an end in 2004? Broadsheet. Correct. Joe. Bank. Which 1984 video game became the first of its kind when players were tasked with fitting all the books? Time is up. Alright team, in that round you banked £50. That was alright. What will treble to give you prize money today of £3,600, and that's joint first with our highest prize money of the Weakest Link series. Now there can only be one winner. In the next round I will ask you both 5 questions. Best of 5 wins. If there's a tie we will go for sudden death. So Joe and James, for the final time of this series, let's play The Weakest Link. James, as the strongest link in the previous round, would you like to go first or last? First, please. James, which 2 independent countries are landlocked and surrounded by Italy? Vatican City and something else. And San Marino. We won't accept that, sadly. Joe, in 1983, magician David Copperfield stunned In 1983, magician David Copperfield stunned live and TV audiences by appearing to make which famous monument vanish into thin air? Statue of Liberty. That is the correct answer. James. Which Penguin book sold 200,000 copies to the UK on 10th of November 1960, even though it had been published abroad more than 30 years ago? I don't know. Correct answer is Lady Chatterley's Lover. Joe. Which cartoon character is honoured with a statue in Crystal City, Texas, the spinach capital of the world? Popeye. That is the correct answer. James, you must get this question correct to stay in the game. Which layer of Earth's stratosphere absorbs the most ultraviolet radiation? The ozone. Correct. Joe, up to 2015 tournament, how many times has Australia not been either winner or runner-up at the Netball World Cup? Is it once, twice, or never? Never? Correct. Joe, once again, you must get this question correct to stay in the game. Natives of which European capital city are known as Vasovians? I actually don't know. Correct answer is Warsaw. Well, that means, Joe, you are today's strongest link and you leave with £3,600. James, you leave with £500 instead of the £100 given to our previous 4 contestants. Team, thank you for playing. And that's been it of this series of The Weakest Link. Join me in June for Series 6 premiere, and I'll see you then. Goodbye. And that's it of this series of The Weakest Link. Join Grass Monster for Series 6 of The Weakest Link, starting the first Tuesday of June.